Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, your home for all content Marvel Mystic Mayhem. Today's video is basically going to be a what's coming up next video. So I want to talk about mainly two things. One thing you could probably guess from the thumbnail, and I'll talk about that second. The first thing I want to talk about quickly here, this is not going to be a long video, is this Mojo horror picture show. So first of all, I want to give a big shout out to True in my community who I think pointed both of these things out, plus the Datamine stuff that we'll talk about in the back half of the video. He's been a tremendous help on that as well. So big shout out to him. But one of the first things he noticed earlier from the patch, right, with this Ace Up event was that there was this objective here. First clear any Mojo horror picture show stages 1 times. We didn't know what that was, but then they tweeted out, let me switch over here. They tweeted this out. It's got to be today, I think. Pretty sure. And this is basically going to go live next Thursday, right? So this is going to be new content that goes live next Thursday. Pick your hero, master the shared cards, and craft the perfect combo to clear each stage. Every choice matters. Victory is yours to shape. Okay. So this, to me, looks like we're getting a new game mode that's coming next Thursday. It's going to have a special objective in the Ace Up Gambit event. And what I think this is, if we go back to the dev roadmap, they've added Alliance War. These are the gameplay systems that they had in development. They added Alliance War. They've added the Superflow challenge, which challenge is maybe too strong of a word. And then they have this solo mode. And I mean, we've gotten basically no other information about that, but part of what I'm thinking is that basically this is going to be that solo mode. And so my thinking here is pick your hero, master the shared cards. That's what this means. You're picking one hero. There's some variation in the cards that you're choosing. Shared cards, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe there's like various cards that give your heroes buffs or debuffs that are sort of general, attack up or whatnot. To clear each stage. I think that'll be an interesting challenge. It means that there might be a part of your roster that you need to focus on a character that can solo. Basically, all the defenders are pretty good at that, at least the offensive defenders like Sentry, Hulk, Juggernaut. Those types of characters are really good at doing that sort of stuff. Thing can do it as well. Very, very excited to see what they bring on next Thursday. If this is indeed a new game mode, that would be really awesome, well received. It also introduces maybe this Mojo character into the nightmare setting, which I think is apt. I feel like having Mojo in this Mystic Mayhem setting is going to be awesome, and it might mean that we're going to get long shot in the future there. But who knows? I don't know what direction they're taking this game, because this is a great transition to talking about what is coming next. I'm giving you quick previews here, but the next character I believe that we will be, the next banner I believe will be Silver Surfer. And that is because we data mined some of the files from the most recent patch that basically put Gambit in the game, as well as some of the other stuff, right? This was included in this. So first off, I want to say this is one of the best, if not, in my opinion, the best designs of Silver Surfer I've ever seen. I really like the look of this. It gets me excited every time I look at it. It is awesome. That is a sweet design. No one can say the art in this game looks bad. It is terrifically designed. I'm a big fan. So there's this piece of artwork in there, and you could be saying, well, that maybe they're just adding some artwork. Could be an event. You don't know what you're talking about. It does have a name that indicates that it's probably going to be a banner. This BG draw. So this is basically the background of the banner that you'd be pulling from. There's also a hero piece that is added in there, right? So this tells me that this is maybe not, it could be the next one. I think it will be the next banner, but it could be definitely soon is my guess. And then the last thing I want to show you here is that this is the art for the hero specific highlight for Silver Surfer. And the naming convention here, if you are familiar with how the files are laid out in the game, this basically tells me that it is sort of a gold hero specific highlight as opposed to a purple highlight, not 2-star. I want to call them 2 stars, but they're just purple. So to me, this means that he's definitely going to be a banner, going to be a 3-star character. I'm leaning towards saying that this is probably the next character. That really throws things into whack for me, because I really don't understand what the hero deployment, like, why are they doing Loki, Thor? That made sense to me. Asgardian theme. The themes are 6 weeks long. Then they go to Gambit. Like, okay, maybe they're transitioning to X-Men. Maybe that will be what the next theme is. And then maybe we're going to do Silver Surfer after this. I really don't understand like what the order is. If we go back and look at the dev update, one of the things they talk about is, here's character releases, 2 to 3 new characters with every major version, tied closely to the evolving story. I didn't really get that with Gambit from Loki, right? Gambit had like nothing to do with Loki's story. These new characters, this is important as well, will typically include both 3 and 2-star characters. At this moment, this would be 3 3-star characters plus a rerun of Thor, which is already in the game, but is also a 3-star character. So then we would have no 2-star characters running in this particular theme. So I'm hoping that we get some of those in the near future here. To me, just from the way things are named and the artwork that I've seen, we're going to go back to this one to wrap up the video here. This tells me that Silver Surfer is not going to be that 2-star, though, and is likely going to be a 3-star banner that we can pull on. Either way, I'm excited to see how he looks and what his kit is, and see what he does in game. This is really, really awesome design. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Oh god, that's such a standard YouTube phrase nowadays. But I'm excited, and it's really cool. So with that, thanks for watching. Take it easy.